Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. The main fire potential impacts for the next couple of days are going to be some breezy conditions on Wednesday and Thursday coming to portions of the Great Basin, but the bigger story is the heat building into mainly the western half of the Great Basin this week and into the weekend. Past 24 hours precip and lightning are shown here. We had some storms move into the central Idaho mountains yesterday. Watch for holdovers over the next couple of days, even up to, a week from now as heat really starts to build into the area. Past 24 hours of initial attack are shown here. We had 12 fires for 99 acres. ERCs trends are shown here. We have a couple of areas where there hasn't been a whole lot of precipitation and drier conditions, including the western Wyoming, southwest Utah, and southern Nevada. Other areas across the geographic area have had some precip or some cooler temperatures with the cold front in the last couple of days. ERCs are shown here with these trends over the Payette region. We can see the values are just above normal right now, but this green line indicating the 7-day forecast shows those values are going to rapidly increase with hot and dry weather moving in. Same story is expected along the Sierra front. Those values are just above normal right now, but with hot and dry weather moving in, we should be up, potentially up and over the 90th percentile as we head into the end of the period. This morning's satellite imagery shows a high pressure building off the west coast. This is what's going to bring very hot and dry conditions to the western U.S., including much of Nevada and western Idaho. But for today, we're still experiencing some of the impacts of the trough moving off to the east with another day of relatively cooler temperatures along the eastern half of the basin. So again, high pressure building off the California coast, bringing some very warm temperatures there. No high risk today. Some breezy winds along the upper Snake River Plain in western Wyoming today, but below any kind of criteria for high risk or red flag. Minimum relative humidities are low over Nevada and the lower elevations of Utah. On Wednesday, we'll continue to see the ridge building in. Winds pick up a bit on Wednesday as this trough kind of is still impacting us from the east. We do have high risk issued for Snake River Plain, northwest Utah, and the Uinta Basin for tomorrow. These winds aren't super strong or necessarily widespread, but we are putting the high risk out. So elevated winds along the Snake River Plain, mountains, or northwest Utah and northeast Utah as well. Maximum temperatures are shown here, still on the cooler side across the north, starting to warm across the south. We can see over Southern California, it's already getting very hot down there. Thursday, the ridge continues to build and will be the story for the rest of the week. High pressure and dry conditions building into the west and expanding from the west into the Great Basin. No high risk as winds will be on the lighter side. Maximum temperatures by Thursday will be 100 degrees in Reno, still in the 80s across the east, and very low relative humidities across much of the lower elevations. 3-day precip totals are shown here. These, a little bit of precip still, potential precip coming into the north and western Wyoming in that Thursday time frame, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, high pressure ridge still building in, hot and dry across the west. And that continues into Saturday. By Saturday, the ridge starts to move a little bit further eastward, really bringing very hot temperatures on Saturday into the weekend. Temperatures could be 105 in Reno, so near record breaking, if not record breaking, very hot across the west. And then that heat continues into Sunday. By Monday, the ridge will start to move a little bit further south and eastward, possibly bringing a little bit of relief to the far north and west. The 7-day precip totals show nothing beyond the 3-day as that high pressure ridge dominates with warm and dry. Hot and dry, I should say. And the extended forecast, July 9th through the 15th, continues to put a bullseye of heat over the Great Basin and dry pattern across the north with maybe a little bit of monsoon returning to the southern Great Basin. This concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.